Everybody remember where we parked? So we wanted to come back down to the city center because from the lower portion of town you can see this bit of ruins on top of this hill here, and actually at night there's a light that lights up, and it's what do you call that?
A profile?
A profile of Ataturk, and it's up on the mountain. So basically there's a fortress or an old ruin up on top of this hill here, and actually there's a bit of a tomb carved into this rock here. There's actually some more down there, and there's some other tombs as well that we'll walk down and check out here in a bit. Well, we wanted to walk up to the top of this little hill here and check out the view, and also we figured we would use it as an advantage to get free parking, because there's this little dirt lot here, as you can see. And instead of parking down in the city center paying or trying to fight for a free spot, we figured we'd park up here and then actually walk down the hill into the city center, and the car would be up here free parking and safe, and we could see the different sights along the way. So come along. All right, so just so you guys know, Rachel is the spur-thighed tortoise master.
Like a ninja with them.
And this doesn't even make sense. Let me show you.
We're so high up.
The hill that we actually just climbed was pretty steep, and we had to come up like a step system. But look at, Rachel found a freaking tortoise. So this is a spur-thighed tortoise, and you can see how the back of their shell isn't round like, let's say, a desert tortoise would be in Arizona in the United States. It's got this flare. I think that's where they get their spur-thighed tortoise name from. But yeah, this guy's just up here on top of this little mountain where the fortress is, as you can see here. And up here is just actually the highest point where the flag is. And there's a little trail there, actually, you can get up to the top and see. But that's pretty freaking cool. It's the second tortoise we've seen, and I'm absolutely blown away that he's up here. He must have, I don't know, there must be some secret little entry that we couldn't see, like more of a gradual, less steep incline or something, but pretty cool. Let's go up to this top point and get a view of this city. So I would recommend coming to check out the view from up here, but this is the trail basically you're gonna have to come up. This is actually more mild than the one we had to come up. The other one was a bit steeper, and it had larger gaps in the spaces between. But look at this view, guys. It's gorgeous. So this is where we parked here in this empty lot, and we're just gonna go down around this hill and then just walk into the city, and then we'll come back up later when we're done. But over there, in one of our other videos, we walked around to that corner. There's an amphitheater they discovered not too long ago. And then just here is where all the tour boats are for the, booze cruises and the island hopping. And then if you see this road here, just along there, that beach path actually goes all the way along that coastline there where I'm pointing with my finger. And then just back along here. So if you're the athletic type or you just want to go for a long walk, you could walk for literally, I think it's a couple miles probably. But
you can get a really good view of that island out there. So this is a natural bay, but it actually has an island at the entrance of it.
Yeah, just there.
So strategically, it was a pretty easy place to defend, which is probably why this fortress was put here in the first place. I was reading it was built in the 11th century, and then it was destroyed probably by an earthquake, and then it was rebuilt by the Knights of Rhodes, probably because it was such a good place to have a stronghold.
And from here you can actually see the other tombs in the rocks just down this road a bit, just there. We're gonna head down this road down into the city, so we'll probably walk just by there. So I don't know how well you can see it, but that's the profile I was saying of Ataturk there that lights up in the night, and you can just see it from down all over the valley. It just is shining up here. I was pretty pleased to see that those tombs we're wanting to go to, there's actually, let me show you, it looks like a set of stairs that goes up to them. So that's pretty cool, because where we were in down Medallion, before we came here, there was tombs like that, but you actually couldn't go up to them. So let's head over there and check those out. So we ended up opting to drive over to these tombs. We ran out of water, so we figured we would not deprive ourselves more of water. And we drove over here. There's actually a shop just there at the end of this little road that leads you up to the tombs. And there's a little parking lot here. So that's really convenient. And we're going to walk them up and check these guys out. Here are these lower ones. Just around that corner there was some smaller ones, but it's larger ones as we go up. Looks like there's a fence here, so you can't really climb up into them, and they got a security camera because people probably try to climb up there and screw around and stuff. There's a really neat set of stairs this way. That looks like it leads you up to a larger one. There's another larger one on the side here. Look how beautiful this scene is with all these flowers in bloom. I bet you don't always get that beautiful scene. I've mentioned a few times it's been raining here in Turkey quite a bit, and so there's just all these wildflowers in bloom. It looks like possibly there's an entrance fee up here to go up the stairs to check out this one. So there is an entry fee to get in. It was 10 Turkish lira a person, so for 2 people it would be 20 Turkish lira, which is roughly, with today's exchange rate, $2.85 USD. So yeah, these lower ones are kind of neat. They're not as ornate as the bigger ones, but we figured we'll go up and check it out here in a sec. There's a lot of people up there taking selfies and stuff, so maybe we'll hang back a bit. But for $2.85, I'm sure it helps out with the local economy, and hopefully it helps to keep the site clean. So we did decide to head in here. There's a nice actual path that leads up to there, so you shouldn't have any issues with getting up here if you are have issues with mobility. And there was actually a few cafes along here, so in the season you could probably come up and have a drink and look out over the view here and walk up here and check out these tombs. So here's a close-up of the tomb as you come up. I can already see that it's been defaced, which is really unfortunate. We were just reading, and actually you can go around to the side and we can get closer to those ones that we saw lower, so we'll probably go check those out here in a sec. Here's a bit more of this close up. Unfortunately, they're not putting that money that we paid to get in here back into taking care of this site, and as you can see, it's just completely graffitied, which is pretty disappointing. People don't have any respect for these sites. They just want to come here and party and ruin this stuff for everyone else. Like, no one cares that Tusef loves Sivner, but people are disrespectful, and they want to sit here and just not respect these sites, which is unfortunate because this stuff's been here for so long.
Okay, look at how cool this is. There's actually engraved stuff here that actually means something, but you can hardly see it underneath all of the tagging.
Right. I'll be sure to let them know at the entry that I'm a bit disappointed in the site. So Rachel was just pointing out these old carvings, but in fact these aren't original to the site. The site was from 350?
Yeah, 350 BCE. 350
BCE. And these are actually from the 1800s, if you see there. And there's some more over here that are from the 1800s as well. So apparently they've been defacing this place for quite some time. I'd rather see the carvings than the crappy tags and stuff.
Right, it actually has the name of the guy who was buried here, but I can't seem to find it. His name was Amintas.
Huh. Maybe if these people had some can control and had some decent murals, but this just looks like crap. So you can see here's a little path that just leads you along here underneath the large one, and it takes you over to the smaller ones. If you just kind of follow it, it'll take you down, and you can get a closer view of the ones we first saw when we came in. Well, you can't get terribly closer from this little path, but you're probably not supposed to climb up here, but why not? Everyone else is disrespecting this place. I might as well enjoy my time. Sorry to sound so gripey, but sometimes I get frustrated when I come to enjoy a place and people have been disrespectful of the site, and so it reflects in my videos. But it's cool. I mean, it's a pretty neat little site for $3, right? I mean, and the view was amazing from up on that hill, and those beautiful flowers and everything. There's a bit of a little steep step to get up here, but just a little quick view of the inside of these tombs. All right, so I wanted to follow up on whether or not I thought it was worth paying to enter. The answer is no. It's only a few dollars, but it was rather disappointing. Again, I don't mean to be negative, but I was rather disappointed, and I asked the woman when we left if they ever cleaned the graffiti. She said no. So really, they're not investing money to clean it up. So you could really just get the same view as we did just by walking over along the road and seeing it from the street. And the only thing you're not going to see is the inside of that temple, but you're not going to miss out on anything, honestly. So if you're in the neighborhood and you want to see them up close, just go walk along the fence and get some views and check them out. But honestly, it's not worth paying to go in there. So this is pretty neat. Actually, just at the end of this little street that we took up to the tombs is a little another set of tombs just in this little park area that's all fenced off. This is pretty cool because this area was an old Greek town, city.
Right. If I had to guess, I would say that this would be the necropolis of Telemessos.
And Telemessos was
the ancient Greek
city
that was here.
That Fethiye was built upon. There's just some chickens and stuff over there enjoying the little green area here. So we're actually going to leave the car parked up at the rock tombs, and it's a 12-minute walk down to the there's like the big square right next to the boardwalk, the sea walk, and they're doing like, was it women's?
Like a women's league. The Chamber of Commerce got together with an association of women businesses, and they're just setting up like a little fair or something for them to sell all their wares.
So basically a bunch of women are selling their goods down here today. We're gonna go check it out. You know, if you're down in this Fethiye city center area and you see this kebab shop, do not go to this one. He actually, he doesn't have his prices posted, and then he hits you with the tourist charge. He charged us 80 Turkish lira for 2 wraps the other day, which is roughly like 1150 USD. And there are numerous wrap places around here that generally you can get the same wrap that we got there for 15 Turkish lira. So for 2, you can get 2 for 30, which is like $4.50. So he basically charged us $7 more USD than a majority of the wrap places around here. And they actually have their prices posted so you can see how much everything is.
Right, and I just watched, I'm assuming he's a local, he spoke the same language as the guy, but he just paid him 20 lira for the same wrap that we got the other day. So, and
probably got change.
Yeah, I mean, he's just taking advantage of the tourism crowd here.
So what we can learn from this is, if you go to a clothing shop or a food shop and their prices are not listed, do not buy from them. Go to someone who has their prices listed. That way you know they're not adjusting their price based off of whether you're a tourist or a local or not. That's a good advice there. Even we got some clothing and there's no prices, so they just make up whatever price they want at the time. Then you go into another shop and they have their prices listed and they're charging you like a third of the price for like the same exact material. So always go to shops that have their prices listed. I've been really admiring these trees as we've been walking along this seafront area. This entire sea walk is covered with these. It's really neat. They were weaved as they were young. So here's this square, and then as you can see, there's just a bunch of women with their goods for sale. Probably a lot of handcrafted material here. And they've just got the square set up for them all to be out here making a little bit of money. And this is actually an association. It's the Lykya, right? Was what the association was?
I think so.
That site you were looking at the other day?
Yeah. Well, no, it was the name under the whatever what it says under there in black.
Oh, for sure. It's a name I'll butcher if I try to pronounce. But basically, it's an association that gets all these women, these artisans, essentially, right? And they get all their goods and they set up these locations for them in particular towns and cities so that they can get their goods out there to the people. Pretty cool little setup they've got, and it's a very neat thing that they're doing for the ladies. Some pretty neat stuff is we've gone along a lot of like crochet and knitwork, and one woman had like beeswax candles and like a lot of homemade jewelry, necklaces and earrings and things of that nature. Kind of neat to see these different artworks and artisan crafts down here just near the beach. It's pretty nice. We've been walking around with our bathroom money in a plastic bag that's given out on us today, so thankfully and coincidentally we came upon the little market that they had set up here today, and Rachel got herself a little coin purse. It was 35 and she gave it to you for 30?
Yep.
So a little bit off, maybe like 60, 70 cents off.
Yeah, and it's, you know, I kind of felt bad asking for a discount anyways, but the woman next door had coin purses for 30, so I had to haggle a little bit.
So it's got the evil eyes on it there. That's pretty neat.
Right, and I do have...
Oh, it matches, I see.
Right, see, it matches my purse.
Nice. So we did end up scoring a little something from one of the artisans here and supporting the local economy. So we stopped at Cafe Picnic, which was just here near the square where we bought the little coin purse, and to show you that how much that other place was overcharging, we were just able to get 2 wraps, a thing of fries. They usually throw in some like little chilies, and there's some pickles and stuff, and 2 waters, and that altogether only cost us 31. So extra, we got water and fries in comparison to that other place, and it was 50 Turkish lira less. So definitely avoid that place and only go to places that have the prices listed, and you'll be doing good by yourself by doing that. Man, those guys in that kebab shop that we got those kebabs from were so hyped. Like, everyone was just so like excited. So much yelling and like
they were happy yelling.
Yeah, they were super chill though. Like, there was a lot of fist bumping going on with us, which you know, we didn't want to be rude, so fist bump and Sandy, but they were pretty pleased that we came in there, and they were very nice. It was cool. This guy's pissed. On one more mission for the day. We bought a huge duffel bag the other day, and then we decided it wasn't the best purchase because we bought it so that we could transfer some of these Turkish lights we bought, which are essentially glass mosaic pieces and glass inside. So we're thinking maybe we should get a hard case and bite the bullet on getting the duffel bag, which we can fold and keep anyway inside the other one. So now we're trying to find a hard case luggage, essentially. Check it out, guys. Mission complete. We found our hard case. It was $220, and I was asking them if they would take $200. They said no several times. I did try very hard to get them to take $200. They would not. Finally, they ran our card, and our card didn't go through. That's happened to us several times here. Not everyone takes MasterCard. They'll run it, and then it'll basically, like, not necessarily decline, but their machines for like Visa or particular cards and not MasterCard. So once the payment was declined, we actually said that we had cash, but that I was only going to pay $200 in cash because we want to use our card, and if they're going to force us to use cash, then they had to be willing to take the $200 that I had and was willing to give them for it. So they did agree, and we did get it for $200, which was 28, right?
I think so.
So originally they wanted like 33, and we got it for 28. So we got roughly $5 off. And now we've got a hard case that we can fit our lights in and not feel so worried about them getting broken. But yeah, we're just here. We're back. We're ending our day. We're going to hop in the car and head out of here. Thanks for coming along, guys. I appreciate you coming along and checking out the views with us. Stay safe and stay sane out there.